Hello, everyone. Welcome in. So I'm going to welcome in everybody that is watching us live and everybody who'll be watching the recording. I think this is going to be a very exciting, exceptional intention setting. So we'll go ahead and introduce everybody. So we have Ceree, and we have Wendi, and we have Jenn. And so this is a very beautiful time for us to set our intentions on this 0-degree day. It's just amazing. What I want to do is remind everyone that you do want a nice piece of paper to write your intentions on, and also to do a pen. And if you have a candle, that's fine. If not, I have a candle for you. So this is good. And I also want to ask that if you have time, so if you're watching the recording, you have the option of stopping it and running and getting the stuff that you need. Or you can rewatch this later and maybe redo some of this. So I actually, because I want to incorporate a very strong sense of boundaries and safeguard our energy, because we're going to be going through some times starting very soon. And this Virgo season is going to be practice for us. So if I can I'm going to try and tilt this to a way that you can actually see that this is labradorite. And I found this in a crystal shop, and it actually has an optical illusion of seeing the earth on it. So, and sometimes people see other things, but it's just a gorgeous piece. And this is going to go by my bedside at night. I'm going to make sure I place this by my bedside. I usually have it on my shelf here, but I wanted to have this extra energy of protection. And oh, there it is. There it is. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. And the other thing I have that I'm going to use, that I take with me everywhere when I travel, is my daughter-in-law out in Seattle. I will give a shout out to her. So she gave me a pouch for when I was traveling so that I would be safe when I was traveling. At the time, I traveled all the way from Minnesota out to Seattle by vehicle. And so she gave me this beautiful, there's a tiger eye, there's smoky quartz. This is obsidian. So these are protection stones. And you may have some of your own that you use for protection, but this is stuff I carry with me and have carried with me during all of my travels. And that's why I don't ever, I'm like, when I travel, I'm like, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. So Halston is my daughter-in-law. So thank you, Halston. I'll give you a shout. But it was so lovely. I was actually in a shop with them, and she walked up with a pouch and everything and had picked out the stones herself. And so I want you to have the same energy that you're going to be taking this with you, whether it's wearing a necklace or earrings or something that you signify that you have protection on your personal body wherever you go. That is some of the energy that I want us to really stress bringing out in the future. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go to Ceree, and she's going to do a clearing for us, and so we can get into that energy of today. So I will let Ceree take it away, and I will add this to the stage.
Okay. All right.
I think if you don't want us to be seen, then we'll just have to back ourselves off the stage for a second.
Oh, okay. Okay. Super. All right. I would invite everyone to relax. Just to get really comfortable. This energy clearing today is designed for the new moon in Virgo, which is today. Virgo's energy invites us to ground deeply, embrace self-care, and reconnect with Mother Gaia. It is also a time for healing our self-worth, simplifying our routines, and creating practical, clear intentions. This clearing will help you clear away old energy, reconnect with the earth, and set aligned intentions with the clarity and gentleness of Virgo's influence. I want to invite everyone to close your eyes, and we're going to take 3 deep cleansing breaths to get us started. In through the nose, out through the mouth, release. Slowly inhale again and release. Once again, inhale, release. And imagine that we are in this beautiful green forest with very large and tall redwood trees. There's no one in the forest, but you can hear the crackle of the leaves as you walk. You can feel connected with the trees, with the birds that are chirping. And you just enjoy the silence that Mother Gaia brings you in this beautiful forest. As you continue to take deep breaths, release anything that no longer serves you. Release the stress. Release self-doubt. And as you are in this beautiful forest, connecting with Mother Gaia, visualize roots extending from your feet that anchor you deep into Mother Earth in a calm, stable experience. Continue to breathe in this gentle, cleansing energy emerging around you from the trees, from the birds, from the air that is pure and clear. Use this energy to dissolve any distractions, any need to be perfect, and any self-criticism that you might experience. We are releasing thoughts such as, I am not enough. Remember, this new moon invites you to reset and honor your inherent worth. I'd ask you to place your hands over your heart and softly say, I am enough. I deserve grounded rituals that uplift me. I let go of what no longer serves me. I welcome in the energies of healing, of clarity, of mindful alignment. In your mind, choose one grounded intention for this new moon, like establishing a nourishing daily habit, whether that be to nurture your body or your heart, or simplifying your routine. Visualize your body embodying this intention. You feel calm, clear, present, and radiant. Imagine a golden light flowing from above into your crown chakra and your heart chakra, grounding and protecting this new energy you embody. Feel deep gratitude for yourself for taking this moment to be present and to hear life's quiet rhythms of healing. Take one final breath, slow and grounded. As we were coming back into our bodies, this ritual honors Virgo's earthly wisdom of clarity, healing, and practical alignment. It helps balance our inner peace with grounded presence, and it opens the way for a fresh cycle of self-care and renewal. When you're ready, open your eyes, and we are clear. Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you. I will go ahead and I will add to the stage the astrology. So what I want to point out for everyone, Jen, can you leave me on? And if you guys just want to back off for just to remove yourself from the stage. Perfect. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, here we go again. We'll try this again and then add to stage. Okay, now, perfect. What I really want to say about this new moon energy, and I see there are other people out there that have things at 0 degrees. I will tell you that I feel that this energy of Virgo, because here is that at the very bottom, you'll see the 0 degrees of the sun and the moon in Virgo in that 4th house. And there is this big arrow pointing to it. That is called a yod. And that is a finger of God. And to me, the universe is saying, start here, look here. You are here, like on those maps that we used to, see at rest stops, you are here. So this is where we're starting. And this entire month, we're going to go from 0 degrees to 29 degrees. So 0, 15, and 29. We are actually in eclipse season because we are 2 weeks before the eclipse. It's going to be at 15 degrees of Pisces, which means the sun will be at 15 degrees of Virgo. So everyone is going to be feeling this energy in Virgo because those things happen 5 degrees either side of, right? Especially the eclipses. And if you have a personal planet in any of those locations, and I will even say that for the person who has the 0 degree moon, this is going to be affecting you. So from 0 to 29, you might feel the energy at different times. On September 7th is when the eclipse energy is going to be at 15 degrees. And then on the 21st is the 29 degree. So I feel everyone is going to be getting this energy because this is a brand new start, a brand new beginning for everyone. The interesting thing about this 0 degrees sun and moon in Virgo is that it is going to be conjunct the royal star Regulus. Regulus used to be in Leo and was in Leo for eons and eons and eons. So in 2011, in November of 2011, Regulus moved into Virgo, still at 0 degrees. But this is the first new moon to be conjunct Regulus since it moved into Virgo. So this is a very strong anointing energy that we are receiving at this 0 degree mark. I think we should really recognize this as a beginning, and us starting to go through a process of training is how I'm seeing this energy. You have 0 degrees here. You have it in a square to Uranus, which the sun will actually square Uranus tomorrow. So unexpected things coming into our life, changes. Part of the energy of Virgo is it's feminine energy and learning to accept all of the changes coming in. That is extremely important. Raphael is also the guardian of Regulus as far as the angels go. And I only found this out this morning thanks to another astrologer who's out there. And this Raphael energy has always been known for healing, but it's physical, emotional, spiritual well-being, which is very much the Virgo energy, and also healing individuals as well as Earth itself. Being that Virgo is an Earth sign, this plays into all of that energy. So this is something that I think we will be able to take with us, especially this is us setting up those habits. What also is happening today is that Saturn is also at 0 degrees. Saturn is, if you do a little bit every day, you don't have to make a big commitment. It's a little bit every day to change a habit. By the end of 29 days, it's done. Or by the time we get to the end of these degrees, it'll be done. So it's usually 28 days. So we also have Neptune there at 1, Pluto there at 1, Uranus here. So we're still having this energy of that protective energy that's going on with that mini grand trine right here. I don't think you can see my arrow, so I apologize. But the most important thing I think we can take away is you see all of this beautiful energy of the grand air trine with Mars. And it does include Pluto, and it does include Uranus. But I also want to point out the fact that Jupiter in Cancer, where it's exalted, is at 16 degrees. And so is Black Moon Lilith at 16 degrees in Scorpio. They are talking to one another. They are in a trine, actually. So you have 16 degrees and 16 degrees. And then at the very top in the 10th house, you have the North Node at 18 degrees. This is where we are going. And the feminine energy has been just getting louder and louder and louder. The one thing I will remind everyone, and I think that's why it's going to be beneficial for us to listen to our feminine energy, whether you're a man or a woman, it's to be able to accept the changes that are going to be coming in. It's pretty big. That is the energy that I want you to understand as we're going through all of this. This is why we're going to emphasize self-care, grounding, because when you get in the habit of doing this, we have big energies coming over the next 6 months, especially. Because in 6 months, the planets that are bigger will have retrograded and they're going to be coming back in. And on February 20th is that big 0 degree Aries mark that everybody has been talking about for the past year very strongly. And that is in Aries with Saturn and Neptune coming back in. But in the meantime, there's going to be a lot going on for everyone. I want us to be prepared by having self-protective energy with each other and for ourselves specifically. So with that, I don't know if anybody has any questions about the astrology. Otherwise, I could talk for this on 2 hours, and I don't really want to do that. But I do want to stress we have Raphael looking out for us. We have the new moon that is on top of Regulus. So this is kind of an anointing energy. This is the beginning. We're going to be fine. That's what I want to say. I feel like the angels are there protecting us. We just have to make sure that we have self-care and are taking care of ourselves. So with that energy, I want to go ahead and go to Jenn. And she has, let me get rid of this. She has a message for us. And can I add this back to the stage? And Jenn, you can add yourself in and I'm going to take myself out, okay?
Okay. So hello and welcome to our new moon in Virgo intention setting ceremony. This new moon is at 0 degrees. 0 is the reset point where endings dissolve and divine beginnings ignite. Virgo brings discernment, devotion, healing, and clarity. So today we're not just setting intentions, we're stepping into a cosmic reset. We're planting seeds that are destined. I've called in the council of the awakened flame, and from this point forward, we speak as one. Beloved ones, this new moon is heart surgery. Archangel Raphael places emerald fire in your chest. Emotions are rising, grief, betrayal, exhaustion. Not to punish you, but to clear what has dimmed your light. Your life force has been faint, barely alive. Now the repair begins. Through devotion, through service, through commitment. The heart is finally beating stronger again. You are being invited into divine beginnings. Mary Magdalene calls you into sacred sovereignty, into the wholeness of your body, your heart, and your truth. The 144,000 encoded ones are stirring, the light workers, the star seeds, the twin flames, and the indigos. You came with an assignment woven into your soul. You are the frequency holders. And beloveds, this is why betrayal comes. Even the Christ himself did not walk without it. Those closest to him pierced him the deepest, Yet even in his darkest hour, he held the vibration of unity and unconditional love. That is why his frequency still echoes through eternity. So it is with you. Every time you hold love in the face of betrayal, every time you refuse to collapse into bitterness, your frequency expands beyond your own body. It ripples across the grid of light. It strengthens the collective. Do you see? It is not numbers that shift the planet. It is resonance. Through the one heart healed, the field is strengthened. Through one voice speaking truth, the grid is fortified. Through one soul choosing love, the whole earth vibrates higher. This is why the surgery is so intense. This is why the trials have cut so deep. Because your heart must be clear. Because your resonance is not just for you. It is for humanity. It is for Gaia. It is for the rising of all. The 144,000 are the lattice of light, a living grid stretched across the earth. Each time you transmute pain into love, you send out a signal that cannot be silenced. And together, these signals weave a symphony that lifts the whole world. This is why you came, and this is why it matters. And this is why you cannot give up. The old cycle is complete, and Archangel Michael rises, warrior of truth, defender of light. No more silence, no more compromise. This is the spiritual war pressing at your chest, the darkness trying to make you back down. But you must not yield. And hear this, the very era that you fear, this era of artificial intelligence, the counterfeit voices and false images, it is not here to destroy you. It is here to sharpen you. For every false word, your discernment grows stronger. For every imitation, your intuition grows sharper. For every counterfeit presence, you are forced to remember what truth feels like in your body. Truth has a frequency. Truth has a vibration. Truth carries weight in your bones. The dark thought it could confuse you, but in trying to mimic truth, it has only forced you to remember the real thing. And once you know it, you will never forget it. You will carry it everywhere, and everywhere you go, truth will rise. Your ancestors surround you now, and hear them whisper, you are never alone. Do not cling to distorted traditions in their name. They see more clearly now, and they urge you forward. We want more for you than what we had. Correct what we could not, and shift what we upheld. Carry us into the truth. Virgo inspects and realigns. Do not rush. Refine. Simplify. Build this beginning on solid foundation. Learn from what failed before. Start again, but this time let's start right. And hear this, your destiny is here, but you must believe that you are worthy to live it. Many dream, but few believe. If you do not believe that you can hold it, you will never embody it. Say it now, I am worthy, I am capable, and I am chosen. And the path will open before you. Divine timing is not about God deciding for you. It is alignment within you. As within, so without. As above, so below. Can you rest safely in your own body? If so, you are in divine timing. And if not, your work is on presence. The shadow that can potentially block you now is leaving the present. Heaven exists only in this breath, not in the past and not in the future. Now, here, in this moment. And here's the key, acceptance. Not judging what is happening as good or bad or right or wrong. Not saying that this shouldn't be, but saying this is, and this is what is happening to me right now. And when you can accept it fully without resistance, you gain clarity on what to do next. Acceptance opens the way for discernment. Through acceptance, you know your best next step. Through acceptance, the energy moves. Through acceptance, alignment returns. Anchor yourself here. Let intuition rise. Let emotions move through you. And do not label them. Simply breathe. Accept and ask, what is my best next step? Take it, and the flow continues. The blessing of this moon is the sacred yes. Yes to your true self. Yes to what is before you, even if it is not what you expected. Acceptance is alignment. Alignment is flow, and flow carries you home. And to the Spiritual View Collective, this is your path of transmutation. Let go, let flame, and let God. Do not fear separation from that no longer serves you. Separation is not an ending, it is a sacred pause. You cannot lose what is meant for you. Release what festers. Complete the surgery and rise again whole. Beloved ones, you are the phoenix. You are the healers. You are the truth bearers. Hold your sovereignty. Hold your presence. Hold your yes. The reset begins now, and so it is. All right, so I'm going to move forward there with Wendi. Oops.
All right, that helps if I take my if I unmute my mic, right? Okay, well, Jen, thank you. I totally got chills because I just pulled cards while we were doing all of this, and it's all very much in alignment. So the first card I pulled was the Cosmic Journey Oracle, and it is an 11 card. It's each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. And when I think of 11s, it's a 2. It's kind of making that choice and also looking to our future. Okay. Planning that next step, right? So at this threshold you have now come to, you must give up who you thought you were so you can move into who you truly are. Each and every turn on the evolutionary spiral requires you to fully step into another level of creation to usher in what's next. A step on the spiral might sometimes feel like a step backward, but there is only perfect progress on your pathless path as you surrender. Your identity is so deeply rooted in your roles, like your car, your job, your bank account, your profession, all of these things, but it's time to shed your skin because each turn has its own perils and rewards, both easier and harder every time. Harder to give up what came before, but easier because you know what's coming, your next leap into galactic emergence. Okay, so definitely, letting go of what is not really serving us and moving into that next step. The next card from the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, a 29 card, which goes down to an 11, also a 2, coming to life. Something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Okay, and continuing on with the Oracle of the Fairies, I got life energy. Okay, so the happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. Sometimes we hide our light for fear of being seen and feeling vulnerable. This is quite normal, but it serves us neither spiritually nor physically. Light also exposes any issues lurking in the shadows that need to be healed and released, allowing this process to happen. Once these issues are revealed, there's no need to dwell upon them anymore. Recognize and release them, then move on. This process is essential for spiritual growth. Radiating our natural light makes us feel good, and it can inspire others to shine their inner light too. I think mainly what I'm getting from all of this is, yes, that we have to let go of what no longer serves, get ready to move into that next step. It's mainly about just accepting. And when you kept saying accepting, that really hit home. So it really is. I mean, this is just, it's this energy. It's so big, and it's impacting us all individually, but just, it's so much bigger than that. It's impacting us all on this collective level, and it's just huge. It's beyond us. And we're just, some of us, I feel like, are just kind of getting swept along with it, but this is your time to kind of rise up and shine and accept yourself, accept your gifts. Don't be afraid to shine your light, because this is just such an important step, and it is happening. And I think we are just being asked to allow it and accept it and to bring it in, and not to fight it, because the more you fight it, you're not helping yourself or anyone else, and you're just kind of prolonging the process. So this isn't anything to fear. It's love and light, and it wants to bring in good things. So I think if we can all just embrace it and accept it, we're going to be doing just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and hand over to Dawn, and she will start us on our ritual.
Hello, thank you very much. And I knew that we were going to get, I did not know what Jenn's message was going to be, but I knew it was going to be something special, because she told me this morning when she sent me a message that it was going to be Raphael that had been speaking. And I had found out all this information about, Raphael, and I knew I was going to be calling him in today as one of our protectors. And I really want to emphasize that the things that we are going to be coming and witnessing, being present. And one of the things that really caught my attention with what Jenn said was seeing things without judgment, whether they are right or wrong, but just standing back and being in that present moment. Because what I feel are, even if we don't agree with maybe some of the things that are happening, these are things that are designed to break things down in the way that they need to go. So that is something I think I've been aware of, that we are going to be the witnesses for a lot of these things going on. And we are going to need to understand that some of this process is happening for a reason that we don't understand, but that will come to fruition. We do have a lot of energy that I think is just beginning now. And this is the starting point. This is us learning how to be in that, okay, I'm protecting myself in my own energy mode. So this is the thing that I want to start with before we move forward with, yes, I do believe that we have all been getting synchronicities and messages, and all of the things that are coming through. Each of us had that messaging so strong in the past 24 hours, even, that everything was going to be fine. I think that's why Raphael came through so strongly with all of that healing energy. And at this 0 degree point, the starting point that we're, the big arrow is pointing to, we are going to be fine. We just have this training period for the next 29 days of us getting used to our own energy and anchoring to earth and being in our own space. 0 is about space and setting boundaries. So we need to recognize that energy for ourselves as a protection for ourselves. So let us go ahead and get started with our ceremony. I do have a candle. So if you do not have one, that is fine. I will light it in ceremony for us as the beginning of the ceremony. So what I'm going to do, give me just a moment. Because I wanted to, I did place my crystals on my selenite round, and I'll be touching those later on, and I will let you know when to do that in our little ceremony here. Okay. Perfect. So let's start by lighting the candle. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way today, so let me do this. So so I can see what I'm doing on screen as well. So I'm doing it with the old-fashioned way with using matches. And hopefully you will also have a piece of paper, a nice piece of paper to write your intentions on, because we will be saving those. And we will discuss that in a moment. So lighting our candle. And as we light the candle, we are going to ask for protection and guidance from the archangels. And I was actually told which ones to ask for, which are Michael, who has a very strong energy of protection for all of us, and Uriel, who I think is going to be guiding us through all of the Uranus energies. Sandalphon, who for me is very personal angel about joy and writing, and he was once human, and music and just the enjoyment. And Raphael, the energy of healing not only ourselves and spiritual and physical body, but also healing the earth. So I want to bring in all of those energies as we begin. We gather at 0 degrees, and this is portal energy, a new portal energy in Virgo. Now, what I want to say about setting intentions for Virgo is it's a very earthy sign. It's very much considered part of the earth energies. It is very much about service. It is, it has its negative and positive sides, just like any sign does. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking away, releasing the things that are the self-critical things and moving up into the higher levels of those Virgo energies and looking at the fact that this is high priestess energy. This is people who know their own self-worth, who are in community with other people. So some of the things about setting Virgo intentions is you can set a path that turns away from your self-critical moments. And, you know, even if you hear maybe other people being critical of ideas, set that energy of protection around you to kind of have that energy bounce off of you. And we'll do that as part of our ceremony as well. And you want to maybe set intention for easily establishing habits that promote your mind, body, health, and opening your heart to intuition. This is going to be our truth teller for the next bit. There are going to be many things that are going to be coming out. Stand back and be a witness, and don't act on anything that you cannot verify as a truth in your own personal body. And establishing, we have had so strong the messages of self-love, taking care of your body. There's nothing wrong with you making sure that you have your needs taken care of. Actually, that should be your first priority. Do I have my needs taken care of? Have I gotten enough sleep? Have I felt like I was, you know, that my body is taking in these energies of, you know, good food? And how do I feel? Am I, you know, having enough water? Things like that, the basic things. And then you need to concentrate also on seeing yourself as a person of value who has a voice that demands to be heard. And it's very interesting that the sun that's in Virgo is also in a mutual energy with Mercury, who is in Leo, which is the sign that the sun rules. So they're in mutual reception. They are very much connected with us being able to speak our voice. And as we go through the astrology of this coming month, we will see that there's plenty of opportunity for us to be able to bring out our Black Moon Lilith energies, because Venus and Black Moon Lilith will also be talking as well. Now, I want you to follow the example. I shouldn't have breathed out like that, so sorry. I have to like restart my candle. It shows you that strong energies. Restarted. So with that, we're going to be thinking about the example of Hekate being there to open doors and then having the courage to step forward. I think that during this next 0 to 29 degrees, we are going to be introduced to new doors, new pathways. And part of what we're going to be doing is walking forward into that energy and having, I don't think we have to make the decision, but I think that decision will be coming soon. But I think the pathways are going to start appearing as to what we're going to be going through. So think of that example of Hekate and being at a crossroads. Realize that you have the power within you to change your path, even if you're not going to know what's going to be happening, even if you are afraid of the unknown. So one of the things that came as a synchronicity was this message that I got about that the only timeline or place that fear exists is in the 3D, because we are afraid of what may happen in the future. And in another timelines, we don't have to worry about time, so there's no fear of that. In this place that we are now, we have the unknown coming up. This energy has never happened before. You will see all of the astrologers saying that it's just a brand new thing, and we are not going to know what to expect because it hasn't happened before. So I want you to think about every day in this energy with Virgo from the 0 to 29 degrees. I want you to also take the action steps of every day, protecting your energy by, before you getting out of bed, is just picture Archangel Michael and Uriel and Sandalphon and Raphael being your personal guards, and you're setting out a boundary of energy around yourself every day in the morning before you leave your house, preferably when you're in your bed and your children haven't come in yet. All of that energy of, this is for my greatest and highest good. These are here to protect me and only allow in what's for my greatest and highest good, and keep out all of the energies that might feel harmful to me or be overpowering to me. I want you to do that every morning. And if you forget occasionally, that's fine. But what I want you to take with you every day is that you're not alone in this energy out there. Also, at the end of every day, when you've had all of this energy that you've been out there with other people, even if it's been very, great times, you need to maybe just separate from some of the energies of other people. And a lot of times when people are reading cards or they're, doing astrology charts or whatever, is that we have to, sometimes we get into the energy of that person as we're doing those things. But then we do have to release and come back and separate that energy out at the end of the day, so that we don't keep being tied to other people's energies. So that is a protection for yourself, and it reaffirms your own energies. And I will tell you that one of the best ways that you can do that is by taking like a selenite wand, and at the end of the day, just getting rid of all that energy off you by just cleansing your aura. I did this to people that are not really believers in all of that. And one of them was my Virgo son. And I did that on, just around him, not touching him, but within about 8 inches of his body. And he felt the difference. He says, "What did you just do?" And I'm like, "Well, it just cleans your area and your aura and gets the energies of the day away from you." And so that is a way that I think I want us to ground in the energies, and doing the earthing things, and, watching campfires if you're into fire, energy, or watching rippling streams is one of my favorite things. I'm a Cancer sun. And putting feet on the earth and feeling the breeze, that air energy that we have going forward. So what I want us to do now is get an opportunity to write down those things that you feel are what you want to set your intention for. I kind of set that collectively, that I wanted everybody to have that energy as well. So one of the things that I'm writing for is I want to allow space for growth and healing for myself. And so I'm always learning. I'm a Gemini rising, so I like to learn, but sometimes I need to just stop and kind of absorb and just step back and let things sink in. And I think that's a very healthy energy. Also, to release self-critical thinking. Everybody wishes they weighed 5 pounds less or more, right? You need to realize that you are perfection as you are. Your soul is perfection. We are in a vessel, but the soul is perfection. So I want you to bring that energy into yourself. And you are allowed to dream big, set intentions for whatever you want to manifest. And as a matter of fact, as part of your manifestation, I want you to realize that at some point in an evening, or maybe throughout this whole season, take out these intentions for this 0 to 29 and read them out loud, because the vibration of your voice, everything is about vibration. The vibration of your voice will bring energy to your intention setting. So you don't have to be in a room full of people when you do that, but the actual vibration of your voice speaking out what you're intending is very, very powerful. So what other things can you set for your intentions? Virgo is in my 4th house of home. So I am setting an intention to find the perfect place for me to live. I have been traveling quite a bit. And even if that means I continue to find home wherever I go, that is something I can put down as an acceptance for myself, right? So this is what I want, the energy that I want you to take with you. So if everybody has what they want written down, and you can actually, if you're watching the recording, or if you want to come back and watch the recording, you can pause now and write those things down, and even say them out loud as you're writing them. That would be a perfect way to do the manifestation piece for that. Now, you're going to get ready. We're going to take a little journey. And we're going to move into a sacred space. So what I'm going to do is put up on the stage, I'm going to remain on the stage, but I'm going to put up on the stage this picture of us all gathering together. And I'm going to walk us through a beautiful meditation that actually I got inspired to write earlier in the week. So I'm going to take where I wrote my intentions and place it against my heart. And I want you to come with me on this journey. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath and release. We are going to enter the energy of a beautiful forest filled with trees that are just beginning to draw their energies back from the rejoicing energy of summer. The tips of leaves have started to change from beautiful greens to golden yellow, vibrant reds, and deep orange. We climb higher into this forest, seeing the changes that are just beginning as nature prepares for winter. We step into an opening of a field that is still green, with the night sky lit up with stars. Our sacred fire is centered in the meadow and is surrounded by people who have come to be part of gathering of energy to support Mother Earth. The energy of Virgo is Earth, but it is a changing, mutable Earth that is moving towards a higher dimension. As we gather around the fire, we greet friends and we welcome new faces. Hekate steps forward. She is the ruler of the dark of the moon, and she will also be very instrumental in the future eclipses when things are hidden. She steps forward and directs us to face the fire and place our written intentions over our hearts and pour the energy of love into them. And we feel the joy of imagining each of our intentions coming to fruition. That special wish granted energy. At this time, if you also have your crystal of protection, I'm going to be placing my hand on mine. This is a time that, you can still hold your intentions to your heart and place your other hand and either hold your crystal or place your hand upon your crystal. So again, pouring the energy of our heart and also recognizing that we are also getting protection from the archangels that is also pouring into our crystals as part of this energy. Now we see a great rainbow appear as a ribbon that races through the crowd. It touches every intention that we are expressing with our hearts. This rainbow ribbon weaves through us and around us, making us all part of a greater circle. We see shimmering colors dance back towards the fire and spark the flames to a higher destination, with the flames now being added with colors of the rainbow that we can see. We send again in the energy of our heart chakra to the fire to give power to both our intentions and the intentions of others. And we do this with excitement for all of the new paths that we are creating. Hekate also has an individual path for all of us. She asks us to head up the mountain by ourselves and seek a door to enter. So we all separate to find our individual paths and walk alone through trees and head to a space where we see a door. And you may picture any door that you prefer. Is your door in the side of a mountain? Or is it appearing magically by a stream or behind an ancient waterfall or inside an ancient tree? Is it attached to a castle? Picture it in your mind. Feel the image of the door before you. You see the door ahead of you, and you know it brings an unknown path ahead. And you feel Hekate beside you. She tells you to hold out your hand, and a key will appear. In your mind, you look down and see a golden key. There will come a time for you to open this door, even though you feel you are not ready and are not worthy. But both of those feelings are false. The key and the door would not exist if you were not the right person to open them. Have courage through the fear, knowing that you will find help along this path. Again, pour your energy into your heart chakra and let it move through your intentions. I want you to take Deep breaths, slowly inhale. Hold for a moment. And then slowly release. And again, inhale deeply. Hold for a moment. Slowly release. And with this next breath, visualize again a circle you are creating for your own protection. Slowly release. And know that this circle of protection that you are creating will hold. And re-energize it during this time of going through these eclipses. Now, you can slowly open your eyes. And I want you to know that I think we all need to recognize that we do need protection in this energy. And then I will remove this. And if the other ladies want to come back and join me for this final piece, we are going to close the ceremony out. But we need to recognize that this is going to be a continuing thing that we're going to be doing. We have these crystals. We can re-energize them. We can actually listen to this over and over again, these different meditations, because I think they're very, very valuable, especially through this 0 to 29 degrees that we're going to be walking through. And this will affect everyone. It's going to be close enough to something in your chart that you're going to be figuring out along the way. I'm here to guide you. I'm going to be talking about this a lot during this phase. And I will also let you know that as we were doing this, as I was walking you through this, I had the moon going over my Venus, and it's going to be going over my Pluto. This is high priestess energy. I'm claiming that. I'm claiming that for you as well. So know that we are part of this energy together. We will move through this energy together. We are learning this energy together in the next 20. This is like a training period for us to be grounding ourselves in and protecting our own energies and feeding our own personal soul of what we want and what we're going to be expecting. So I'm going to be closing this by blowing out this candle and thanking the archangels for being a part of this with us. So Raphael, Uriel, Sandalphon, and Michael. So we're closing out this energy. I thank you very much for joining us today. This is very powerful. And if you are watching this on recording, yes, this was for you also. We are in a time of quantum energy, and you were with us during this whole process. So thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again. We are having a lot of things coming up in the very near future. Wednesday, I know I'm doing a live regarding a class that I'm going to be offering, but it's going to be a live astrology thing. So bring some questions with you, maybe about what's going to be going on, because I am going to be specifically discussing the eclipses. So please join us, and that will be Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Same bat time, same bat channel. I am going to look at some of the people here's charts. So we have people that actually have a lot of eclipse energy in their chart. So thank you so much. My heart is just full with the energy that we've just shared. So I will see you all in the very near future. Please join us as we are walking through this journey together. And thank you very much. We will see you soon. Bye.